Okay, welcome back to the bench. Today's going to be a little bit of a departure. I'm not going to be doing any electronics today. I know I haven't put a video up in a couple weeks, but it's been the Christmas holidays for 2025. We're now at, I think it's December 28th, and I've got some free time. But what I'm going to work on is a tool. This is not a tool station video, but today I'm going to be working on a pitchfork. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to pause this, get you set up over there so you can see it. This pitchfork I've had for probably, I don't know, close to 50 years. Yeah, I'm a little bit older than that, but I've had this for quite a while. And it doesn't get a lot of use, but this year I was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. I misused it, and now it needs to be repaired. So let's take a look at it, and I'll show you what the problem is and what we have to do. Okay, so here's the pitchfork. You can see the handle's in good shape. Doesn't get a lot of use. It's got a little rust on it. I'm going to clean up now that I'm working on it. I have bent the tines. If you look, they're not straight across anymore. But that's not my problem. My problem is, if you look, this is all loose. And this just pulls right on out. So no, there was never a screw going through it to hold it in place. I guess that's the way it was made. So there's a couple things I could do to repair this. One, I'd have to drill this, which is hardened steel at this point. So I would have to soften it with a torch and let it get soft so that I could drill it. That's not what I'm going to do, though. I don't feel like getting a torch out and doing that. This doesn't get a lot of use. But what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can see that hole has gotten extremely big. The metal is still intact. So, I'm going to use my old friend, JB Weld. I'm going to fill this hole with JB Weld. Clean this up first over here a little bit. It's pretty rough. I mean, that'll help. Clean the hole out, make sure there's nothing in there, that grease or anything. And fill that hole with JB Weld and slide this back in. Now, I'm also going to put a strap going, once this is in. I know my friend Scout Crafter here probably has another way of doing it, but I'm trying to do this one hand. I can't even get it in there with one hand. Anyway, once this goes in, I'm going to put a strap over the top, put a hole through here, and then bolt it together so that it can't come off anymore. And hopefully with the JB Weld in there, we'll be good to go. But I don't want to rely just on the JB Weld. So let me get started with this, and I'll bring you back and show you where I'm at. Okay, so I'm to the point, I'm holding this in the vise. I'm to the point where I'm going to put the fork back in there, but I need two hands for that. So let's see how this works. Okay, so we're back in place. There's a lot of JB Weld down in there. See this side of it. Okay. Again, this is a user tool. I'm not shining this thing up, although I did shine this up over here and clean it up. All right. Let's go sit for 24 hours. All right, so I'm just going to let it sit in the vise there for 24 hours. And we'll get back to this tomorrow. Okay, so what I've done is I've fabricated a bracket that will go over this. Yeah, get tapped into place. Make it solid. And once, yeah, back up here. Once the 24 hours are up and the JB weld is set, I will drill a hole all the way through and put a 1/4 20 in over here. And then I will push this down a little bit more, and that will never come off again. All right, that's where we're at this point. Now I got to wait for the JB weld to dry. Okay, so here we go. It's the next day. I put a little red on it for my buddy Scout Crafter. Look, guys, you got to understand, I'm not a tool guy. I try to keep my tools looking pretty good. You know, I got some antiques, but I'm not a tool guy. But if you're interested in tools, you need to look at Scout Crafter. I've been following Scout Crafter for a while now. And John's a great guy. He does a lot with tools. Get a lot of tips and stuff from him, especially with the 50/50. So here's the thing. This is now no more rattle. This is not falling out. I used the good old, what did I use? Hold on a second. Okay, had a brain fart there for a minute. JB Weld. What I did was I went inside, I roughed up the inside and packed it with JB Weld and then pushed this down inside and hammered it down in. I wasn't sure if that was going to be enough, but I got to tell you, this thing feels really solid in there now. This is the next day. I did make up a bracket that can go over the top, actually clamp around. It does fit. And get it up there and then put a screw all the way through just to make sure it doesn't fall off. But I don't think I'm going to need to do that. I'm going to leave it the way it is and see how it works out in the spring. If it falls out again, what I will do is drill a hole through here and then heat the tang, which I didn't want to do this time. Put a hole through that and then just put a carriage bolt or something through to hold it in place, and then it'll never come out again. But right now, I mean, I don't use this. Like I said, I've had this for 40-some years, and it's in pretty good shape. It's got the 3-foot rule going on there, so it looks good. I didn't like the blue that it was on it originally, so I did a little Scout Crafter red. That's it, guys. We're going to be getting back into some electronic restorations. I've got a radio outside that was a parts radio. I want to see if I can resurrect it. It was a Zenith, so I think I can get it going just for some fun. And for now, getting ready for New Year's Eve, and we'll be seeing you after the New Year. So Happy New Year. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and holiday season. And God bless.